Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the managing director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. Unfortunately, I'm having to make this video. I'm having to make another one of these videos about why our government, in their less than infinite wisdom, has decided to present anything to the World Economic Forum. So the World Economic Forum, for those of you who are not aware of it, are the ones who basically have perpetrated the last 5 years of catastrophe on the world. In their effort to make us all own nothing and be happy, they have given us things like what they wanted to be the Great Reset over to central bank digital currency, totalitarian surveillance of all transactions. They also wanted totalitarianism in the guise of guarding against COVID with vaccine passports and all kinds of terrible, terrible stuff. Meanwhile, and I don't know why, our government here in Thailand, or at least maybe I should be more accurate or maybe I should be more precise, the leader of the core coalition party, our illustrious prime minister, is currently in Davos, just as our prior prime minister was before his government fell, which I was hoping that maybe these folks would learn a lesson, that maybe stop worrying about what's going on in Davos, Switzerland, and worry about your own people. I thought that might have made a dent, but apparently not. And frankly, I don't want to be making these videos. I prefer to be making videos about something that, to my mind, might actually result in me creating some business for myself or something, in something I'd like to do. But at the same time, I live here in Thailand. This is my country now. And I do not like that it's being handed over effectively to basically, I'm starting to really question why this is being done this way. Are these people colonizing us? Are the people that are assisting them, namely even people in our own government? Is it unfair to say that at some level there's a level of collaboration going on here? It's creepy. And especially in light of the fact when you consider for a decade, as we pointed out in prior videos, we didn't have any of these problems. We didn't have any of these issues of our own government going off to some foreign group of shadowy oligarchs who believe about as closely to international communism as I can possibly think of, minus the ostensible altruism associated with that pernicious ideology. So what am I saying there? Well, it's the World Economic Forum is all the communism with none of the notion that it might actually help people. No, we just want you to own nothing and be happy. That's our big goal, we here at the World Economic Forum. Why are our prime ministers going to this? Who asked them to go to this? How is this helping the Thai people? Because all I've seen the World Economic Forum do, especially and acutely the last 5 years, is destroy the world. And it's my opinion that if this continues, it's going to destroy Thailand. And I really question what kind of mind, thinks it's a good idea to leave their own country and go attend this thing, rather than deal with stuff in their own country to begin with. Even if this was the most altruistic organization and didn't have all these ulterior motives, even if that was the case, you need to be here in Thailand worrying about Thai stuff. You don't need to be partying in Davos, Switzerland, in my opinion. Meanwhile, again, we saw the former prime minister going off to Europe telling everybody, oh, we're going to rescind the cannabis laws. No, that wasn't what we wanted here in Thailand. Do these politicians care at all about what's going on in the average Thai's life? Or do they just want to get into office so they can go hang out with a bunch of shadowy billionaires in these European ski resorts? That's what I want to know. Where is everybody here? What are you doing? We didn't ask for this. Come home, govern the country, deal with our problems here. Don't hang out with them. What are you doing for them? And again, I really question the motives at this point where it's just over and over. We see the folks in this core coalition party run off to Davos. Are those your masters over there? What is the relationship? Quoting directly from a recent article in the Nation Thailand, that's nationthailand.com, article is titled, Prime Minister to Announce Thailand's Digital Age Readiness at the World Economic Forum. First off, why do we need to announce that at the World Economic Forum? Do we answer to these people? Are these our feudal overlords? Are these our colonial masters? Why are we going to these people? Quoting directly, during the forum, the Prime Minister will present the Thai government's vision and key policies. Why don't you present that stuff to us people here back home? What do a bunch of billionaires in Switzerland have to do with, quote, Thai government's vision and key policies? What are they doing for us? What is the purpose of this? You know, since when did the Thai government answer to Davos? Since when did the Thai government answer to the World Economic Forum? Why are we presenting things to them? Quoting further, emphasizing Thailand's potential and readiness to transition into the digital age. Ooh, what, we're running cap in hand to I won't even call them, yeah, I guess it is Daddy Warbucks, except it's not good war. Like even in Uncle, you know, or in Annie where you had Daddy Warbucks, you know, the theory was, well, it's Warbucks, you know, war profits from ostensibly a just war or something. No, the World Economic Forum is just at war with prosperity. That's the only war that the World Economic Forum is engaged in. And why our government representatives here in Thailand are having anything to do with these people is beyond me. I thought Thailand stood against colonialism, not run headlong into its arms. Quoting further, strengthening investor confidence and expanding opportunities for the Thai private sector on the global stage. Oh, you mean the way that they're expanding the opportunities to have all this tracking and tracing technology so that all of us people that just want to live our lives and make our living have to be beholden to wealth extraction? Quoting further, the WEF meeting is a highly influential platform for raising global awareness of what? Destruction of our personal liberties, destruction of our personal wealth? Yeah, I guess there was global awareness, quote unquote, with the Communist International too. You know, was that something everybody, okay, we were aware of it. Was it something we wanted? Same deal with the WEF. In fact, I'd argue it's worse because it's a combination of the Communist International and then basically fascism because they overtly say their goal, not ends to, you know, means to an end. The goal itself is public-private partnership. It's all the worst parts. They're just totalitarians. They don't even have an ideology. It's just totalitarianism. Quoting further, raising global awareness with prominent international media coverage, the Prime Minister will, yeah, international media coverage. Would that be the media that's been lying to us for 5 years about, one, a pandemic that really was not all that bad, and then two, about the safety and effectiveness of so-called vaccines, which, by the way, the Circuit Court in the United States has said it's not a vaccine under the traditional definition of the term. Okay, it's gene therapy is what this stuff is. But okay, leave that aside. So would this be the same, again, the same media that we need covering everything? No. None of this is any good for Thailand. Man, you know, this core coalition party, why don't you get up with the times? You're like 6 cycles back on everything. If you were doing this back in like July of 2021, I mean, okay, that would sort of make sense with the global narrative. You're way behind. And quite frankly, none of this is good for Thailand. So why don't you just wake up, pull your head out of wherever it's at, and stop doing this stuff and worry about the national interests of your own country? Why is that so hard? Why does that need to be explained to the Prime Minister? Quoting further, the Prime Minister will also engage in bilateral discussions with high-level representatives from governments, international organizations, and global corporations, particularly from Europe. Well, first of all, high-level representatives from governments, why aren't you talking to the ambassadors here in Thailand? Are those not high-level representatives from governments enough? They're ambassadors plenipotentiary here in Thailand. They're exactly who you should be talking to as Prime Minister. Why you need to go to Davos for this? Are there different people? You know, international organization, what, like who? You know, like what international organization that's done what good for anyone? My friend Michael Yan can go on and on about the IOM and how they're basically behind the invasion of America right now. You know, the prior government here in Thailand talked about how a lot of these NGOs really need to be heavily scrutinized. I've got serious issues with all of these folks. Again, and meanwhile, why can't this be done from Thailand? Why do you have to go to Davos where we can't see what you're doing behind closed doors with a bunch of shadowy, shady oligarchs? Why do you have to do that there? Why can't you do it in the light of day? Quoting further, the Prime Minister will depart Thailand on January 20th, 2025, expected to arrive at Zurich Airport, Switzerland at 2:45 p.m. local time, 6 hours behind Bangkok. She will be in Switzerland for the duration of the forum, returning to Suvarnabhumi Airport on Saturday, January 25th, 2025. I prefer she get on the plane and come home now. I prefer she didn't go at all. I think she needs to get back home and worry about the national interests of her own country. You know, what is this obsession with it, of this particular party, this core coalition party? What is the obsession with Davos and the World Economic Forum? Because I don't see how it's done any good for Thailand at all, and it would be good for Thailand and in Thailand's national interest to just be done with it.